Today I am excited to talk about a pencil that everyone already knows about. Castle Arts Soft Touch. And in talking about these, I will also be talking briefly about Pasteltints and Harmonious. So these three sets together, they run the gambit as far as what an amazing color palette can be. I've already done videos on both the Harmonious and the Pasteltints, and in both of those videos, I made the comment about, I can't wait to mix these because they tell you, these are to be added to a larger collection because I can tell you from experience using just these 48 to color a picture and just these 72 to color a picture is a challenge. It was a challenge I accepted and I had a great time with it, but I had been looking forward to mixing all three of these to have the best palette. So this was a long time coming for me. But I want to get into Castle Arts. I want to get into Soft Touch. This is one of those pencils. I remember receiving these quite some time ago. I believe I got these and then I got gold and then I ended up getting these other two. I was seeing a lot of people posting pictures using Castle Arts, and I was hearing mixed things. I was hearing, some people loving them and some people hating them, much like any other color pencil. But this then and still now, it's just one of those pencils you're constantly seeing people post. People are constantly using them to color, and there's a reason for that. This set of pencils, it's not one of those that I would drop in the category of high quality. It's definitely not a polychromo or a Holbein or Prismacolor, but at the same time, it's not really like, an Uku, Neone or a Crayola. There is some quality. There is some company love put behind these pencils, and it shows. One of the things, when I open the package, one of the things about this pencil, it has picked up that stigmata throughout time. One of the biggest things you hear whenever I see a black barreled pencil, our minds instantly go to white labeling. Oh, it's probably just a Castle Art, in disguise. And we find ourselves picking up other color pencils that are already what these pencils are. And I think when I first saw these pencils, it was that beautiful, sleek wooden casing with the dipped back and just a gorgeous pencil. And I think I've gotten used to seeing them throughout time that the magic is kind of worn off. And that's a shame because it's an amazing pencil. If we look at them just all together, this is in numerical order and in gradient order, which if you know me, that's one of my favorite things because it makes coloring so much quicker and it's just a beautiful, beautiful touch. If we look at one of the pencils, it has our logo up front, Castle Arts, with Soft Touch in the back. And then on the other side, it has the color name. And then all the way at the back, which is fantastic, is the organization number. I want to jump over here to the color palette. So right here, what you're looking at is, all 120 of these colors. Beautiful, beautiful set of colors. I want to point out this set here. This is Castle Arts Gold Edition. Now, this template, this swatch sheet is a little more dated, so you can see it's not quite set up the way I probably would now. I'm going to probably go back into this and release it with another bundle. But if we look at some of the colors, it's not just that they're two different formulas. These are two different color palettes. Like this has that earth tone mauve in it, that purplish brown, that this set doesn't have. This one has the metallics that this set doesn't have. This has a larger range of your mauves and a deeper range of blues. So it does offer different colors, not just a different formula. And I think I like Soft Touch's palette more than gold. I like the way the gold feels more than the Soft Touch, but this palette offers a little more. It has one of the best transitions from that yellow into the ochre, into the really, really dark cocoa. And that part just makes me happy. And like I was saying, the mauve selection is a little larger. The blue selection is a little larger. when it comes to your blues, the only thing I feel like it's missing is that really, really soft baby blue that I like in a color palette. But it does get from that true blue into your dark blue. And then I feel like it takes it a step further and gets into your almost that black blue, that midnight blue. And it does the same thing when it comes to the purples, that it goes from your really, really light purple into your true purple, into that deeper violet, all the way down to that almost black violet. That's really good for accenting your deeper colors. It's just a fantastic color palette. I want to jump over here. Let's look at the two expansions. So this has got to be one of the most unique color palettes I've ever seen in a set. I just love these earth tones, these darks, and then you got quite the opposite. You have your pastels. So it expands your basic palette into just a gorgeous range, from your really lights to your really darks, your brights in between. There's not an image, I think, on this planet that would encompass what you could possibly do with this range of colors. Now, as far as the pencils go, you have in these two sets the feel of these. The pastel tints are a little softer. They just go down a little smoother. And this is closer to what a Castle Arts Gold would be, that has that same feel. While on the other hand, the Harmonious, they're definitely more firm. They hold their tip better. They hold the point a little better. And they just have that firmness to them that's really close to the soft touch. But I wanted to go into these pencils, and I designed a picture that was really broad on detail, because I just really wanted to use all of these colors and see how far I could push them. So I did this little junk food picture, because I knew I could dive into a lot of the bright colors and then go into it with a lot of the dark colors, because it was a big challenge using just the two sets on their own. Like the Harmonious was a tough one, and the pastels, because you can't get the darks. But I was excited. I was looking forward to jumping into this. Castle Arts is one of those sets that when you're using them, they remind you what it's like to have fun coloring. I'll use my really, really nice sets if I'm doing something on the professional side, and when I'm doing something more like if I'm just going to go to the coffee shop, I'm going to use one of my really, really low budget sets. But the Castle Arts, when you're sitting down, getting ready to color, these pencils are going to give you any outcome you possibly want, any colors you possibly want. They go down really, really nice. They hold their point really well. They dig so deep into those darks, and they get that little touch of highlights wherever you want them. This is just a fantastic set of pencils. They all blended so nicely together. They went together seamlessly. And at the end of the day, they were just a lot of fun to use. So I thought it was my duty to pull these things back out and give them some of that appreciation that I've given so many sets before this. And I was constantly grabbing other sets, because I know everybody uses Castle Arts and everybody knows of them. But I figure if there's just a handful of people who don't have them and they're still on the fence about them, and even if you do have them, this is one of those to remind you that they are a fun pencil, and to give them the appreciation that they deserve amongst the world of color pencils.